Next, you want to put in your items that you're going to sell. To do that, you're going to pick on, actually, if you pick on the home menu, there's at least two ways we can get into the screen. If you pick on lists, there's one that's called the item list. That's the items that you're going to sell. And also there's items and services. That will be another way to get in there. Let's go into the item list. Okay, so this can be services, this can be products, this can be things that you use to make other products, anything that you're going to have, so anything that you're going to purchase, those kind of things would be on your item list. So we're going to add a new one here. We're going to pick on the item and we'll say new. So let's click on OK. So now see how you can make it a service or an inventory part or some of these other things as well. In this case, I'll add a service, and it's going to be software support. I usually do it by the hour. Now you could make that a sub-item if you want to group things in a different way. Look at this box. This can be important for some of you. This service is used in assemblies or it's performed by a subcontractor or a partner. So if that's the case, you would check that box. You can put a further description on when we either purchase this or when we sell it. That description is going to come up as a default. I'm just going to fill it in. So this rate over here, that'll be the default rate when you sell it. Now also, you want to assign this, is it taxable or non-taxable? In my state, actually, this kind of service is non-taxable. So you can do that item by item. Also, over here where it says account, when you sell that, what income account is that going to update? In this case, it's going to be the sales software account. That was actually set up in the chart of accounts because I made my company a software company in the interview. All right. So like any other pull down, if you wanted to add a new one in there, you can do that at that time, as you can see. So that's fine. Now, at that point, I can make it inactive if I needed to, but at this point, I'm ready to save that service. Click on OK, and then there it is. Let's add a different type of item. Let's add an inventory item, and you'll see some different fields. Once again, I'm going to pick on item, and then we're going to pick on new item, and we'll click on OK. Alright, so this time this is going to be an inventory part. And let's say that I sell mouse pads. Alright, now we could make that a sub item if we wanted to. If there's a manufacturer's part number associated with that, you can put that in there. Now we have a description for when we purchase it from our vendor, and we have a different description for when we sell it to our customers. Now see how the description is the same, but you could change it. So the cost is what you pay for it from your vendor. So let's say I pay $1.50 for that, and the sales price is what you sell it for. Let's say we sell it for $5. Okay, now you need a cost of goods sold account, and it already defaulted that as the cost of goods sold. If you wanted a different account, of course you can pick that. Is this item taxable? Yes, it is. If you have a preferred vendor for that, you can do that. Let's say I get that from Joe's Computer Supplies. Now, this is important, the income account. When you sell that, what income account is that going to update? In this case, it's going to do sales hardware. Okay, that's again for your chart of accounts. And then when it's in stock, which asset account is it going to update? And we have an inventory account. And let's say the reorder point is going to be 20. But let's say on hand you have 30. Now what it's going to do, it's going to take the total value. It's going to calculate that by taking the on-hand amount, multiplying it by the cost, and then that's going to update the total value, as you can see, $45. Right? So as you can see, there's some additional fields here when we have an inventory part, as when we did the service a few minutes ago. I'm going to click on OK. And now notice how we have the mouse pads and we have the software support. You can have as many items as you wanted to. Notice here that we have the on hand and the price. It shows right on that screen. Okay. Now I want to show you something. The way we got to this screen was we clicked on lists and then item list. Now of course from here I can pick on item and add new ones or edit those or delete them. You may also want to duplicate them because some items are very similar to other items. That'll save you some time by duplicating them. Now you can also right click on the items and do edit or duplicate there as well. So let's go ahead and close this window. I want to show you something. We just said that we had 30 mouse pads in stock, so or on hand. So that actually updated the chart of accounts. If I pick on lists and then chart of accounts, notice how we have this one that's called the inventory asset, and now that's gone up by $45. And then that changed our equity. So it took the bank account amount plus the inventory asset, and that's the actual equity that we have in the company. So you're going to see as you just update the regular transactions that the chart of accounts is pretty much going to take care of itself. And that's really a big benefit of using QuickBooks. But at that point, I was able to show you how to add the inventory items in, and then also how that affected the chart of accounts.